I was late for work because my Uber driver initially refused to take me with my assistant's dog. This happens more often than people realise, even though it's illegal, because under equality law, the only circumstance in which an Uber driver could refuse to take someone with an assistant's dog is if they had a dog allergy. This driver was refusing to take me and my dog because he was worried that my dog would bite him, which shows me that he doesn't understand assistance dogs at all. So eventually, after spending 10 minutes on the pavement, calmly trying to explain that no, my dog is not a pet, so I don't need to order a pet Uber, which, by the way, would cost me an extra £10. And no, my dog won't bite him. And yes, it is illegal for him to refuse me to access his car. He eventually agrees to take me. All good, except for that now the atmosphere in the car is incredibly awkward. And I'm not good with awkward, so I decide to try and find a positive in this situation. Like perhaps if he has a misunderstanding about his requirements with assistance dogs, I can help him to understand what his responsibility is, and this won't happen to the next person he tries to pick up with an assistance dog. So I ask him if he understands that he has to pick up blind people who use guide dogs, because oftentimes people don't understand that there are different kinds of assistance dogs, so this can be a good starting point. So he tells me that yes, as part of his Uber training and exam, he understands that he has to pick up guide dogs. So I tell him there are lots of different kinds of assistance dogs. There are hearing dogs, mobility dogs, autism dogs, epilepsy dogs, medical alert dogs. He acknowledges this fact, so I tell him that all of these other kinds of assistance dogs are covered by the same law as guide dogs. And he's like, no, because that's not what they said in my Uber exam. So I'm like, okay, as an assistance dog partner, I understand the law really well. Do you think that I'm lying? And he's like, no, I don't think you're lying. So I'm like, great, we're making progress. So I ask him, so the next time you come across a different kind of assistance dog, will you pick them up? He tells me no. Because of his Uber exam, he knows that he only has to pick up guide dogs. At this point, I realise I'm not making progress and enjoy the world's most awkward Uber ride. Oh, and what was my dog doing during this conversation? He was lying on the floor in a settled position doing absolutely nothing, as you would expect from a fully trained assistance dog. And if I thought that this was an unusual one-off situation, I probably wouldn't be talking about it on the internet, but it's not. If you look this up, there are so many videos of people with assistance dogs being refused Uber rides because of their assistance dogs, and Uber are doing nothing about it. There is a complaints procedure. I went through the complaints procedure and I had a conversation with someone about what had happened, and they gave me £5 off my next Uber ride. So great. I can now spend more money with Uber, because who's spending only £5 on an Uber ride? I don't want money. I didn't want my money back. I wanted some kind of commitment to training, to some consequences for Uber drivers that are refusing assistance dogs, to having all the drivers who drive